Hello, welcome to your Mat Pilates accountability program. This free program is designed to help you actually build up a Pilates practice that works for you. And at OPC, onlinepilatesclasses.com, we believe that finishing is optional and any amount of minutes of Pilates is better than no minutes. If you are wanting accountability along this way, make sure you go to opc.me/challenge.
Welcome to onlinepilatesclasses.com, the most supportive Pilates-loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the onlinepilatesclasses.com app today.
So I'm Lesley Logan, co-founder of onlinepilatesclasses.com. I love creating this challenge. We have a reformer challenge that's also 4 weeks long, and we had so much loving feedback of people who are able to create a Pilates practice that works for them. I want to do it for the mat as well. So that's what we're doing here today. We have a 10-minute class that already happened. I have a 20-minute class. If you're finding this 20-minute class first, hi, you're welcome to stay. If you would like to try 10 minutes and build yourself up because 20 feels like too much, go check that out. You go to onlinepilatesclasses.com. You'll see all of our amazing stuff, but opc.me/challenge. opc.me/challenge is where you can actually pick the mat challenge. It's free, and you can actually sign up and get accountability emails that help support you in building a habit that sticks with you. I am a habits coach. So I'm using the science behind how habits are made to create this challenge, and those emails that you'll get for free will actually help you apply what you're learning for this to any habit you want to stick. So that being said, let's dive into this workout. Here we go. If you know that going from standing to sitting is not an option for you on the mat, then stay where you are. But if you're working on that longevity practice that we talked about in the 10-minute class, let's do it. We start standing at the top of our mat. We cross one arm over the other and one leg over the other, and we lower ourselves down, and you try to do it without using your hands. Obviously, if you have knee, hip stuff, back stuff, you'll use your hands, but count how many hands and feet and knees you have to get all the way down. And then let's lie on our back. If you liked how we did the 100 in the first class with the knees in, stick with that. Otherwise, start with your legs down. We're going to start to advance some of the moves we did from the last class and add some new ones in. Squeeze those legs tight together, arms lift up overhead. Take a deep breath in, exhale, curl your head and chest up, pump your arms for your 100. So your legs can stay here. Keep pumping. The knees can be bent with your feet here. The legs can also lift up off the ground and pump as your arms pump here. Ideally, our legs get to be someday in line with our eyes. That could take years. So please do not expect that to have happened in 1 week. All right, inhale and exhale. Last one. Lower everything down. Straighten your legs if they're not already. If you know you need the half roll back, you're going to go ahead and do it. Otherwise, arms go overhead, flex the ankles, and we'll go right into the roll up. So the roll up is pulse 1, 2, 3. Keep going. I'll show the half roll back just in case you haven't seen it before. You have your knees bent, you roll your lower back to the mat, and you come back up. All right, otherwise it's straight legs. We're going to do 5 roll ups. And if you're doing the half roll back, you'll do as many as it takes us to do the 5. So you have a couple more to go. Pulse 3 times, get that extra stretch, and roll it down. Over the course of these few weeks, I'm going to build the level of the class, but that doesn't mean you have to, right? You can always replace what I'm doing with what we've done in previous classes. Take the arms down by your side, flex the left foot, push it into the mat, point the right foot, take it to the sky. 5 single leg circles. As you go across the body, around and up, I want you to notice if you have a hip click, we have videos about that. And then reverse. And also over on OPC, when you're a member, I can look at your form and give you personalized feedback so that we can remove that hip click, because it's just a sign that there's a disconnect happening in your body. Lower that leg down, point the left foot, take it up, and 5 circles across the body, around and up. And then reverse. The circles can get bigger as you get more connected. And then go ahead and come on up to sitting for rolling like a ball. Remember, with rolling like a ball, you can grab the behind the legs. If you need more space, you're going to grab those ankles. Squeeze the heels together, rock back up, and balance with the feet touching the mat. And again, elbows wide, shoulders down. The goal, and we'll talk about this next week, is to balance on those shoulder girdles. All right, last one. Fancy transition we did on the last class. You hold this leg with both hands. The other leg is at the level of your eye straight. You roll back to the tips of your shoulder blades and you pull 1, 2, switch 1, 2. Pull, pull, and pull, pull. Pull, pull, and then both knees in, heels together, toes apart. Reach those arms back overhead, circle around and come in, pull on it. So you try to keep the chest up. So if the arms go back, the chest is dropping down, that's a sign we're losing our connection. One more. Awesome. Go ahead and rest your head. We're going to add on. This is a part of a series of 5. We've done 2. We're going to add on an exercise from it. It's called single straight leg stretch. So straighten your legs, or whatever version of straight that looks like for you. Lift your head and chest up and grab where you can on this leg. Lower the other leg down and pull on it. 1, 2, switch 1, 2. So this leg that's in my hands, you're going to push it into my hands. It's going to help lift my chest up so my neck doesn't have to do it. And then pull, pull. And so it's push, push / pull, pull, right? So each leg is pushing while my arms are pulling. One more time each way. And rest. Okay, sit on up. Legs go as wide as your mat. Hands go between the legs. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, round forward. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, round forward. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift all the way up. One more. And lift. So it's a kind of a half roll up that we've done, right? Kind of like the other half roll up. All right, flip onto your stomach. We're going to take our hands underneath our forehead. We did this last time, Swan Prep. So something I want you to pay attention to, now you've had a little bit longer to practice it, is what your lower back is doing. So inner thighs are going to spin up. It's going to feel a little bit like you're pigeon-toed here. Press the feet down and reach the pubic bone or your tailbone away, right? So my tailbone reaches for my heels or my pubic bone reaches for the mat. That way your lower back gets long. Not that it's getting flat, it's just getting longer so that the extension can be in the upper back. Then maintain the legs in the pelvis. Lift the hands, head, and chest, and lower. And again, lift and lower and lift. One more. Hold it here. Lift the inner thighs to lift the legs. If you felt your lower back push down, pull your hip points up and just breathe here. So there might be a little bit of a rock happening because your breath. Rest. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs. I don't want you to try to create the rock. I want the breath to create the rock because that's going to let us know that your upper body is connected to your lower body. All right, if you have questions on that, you can drop it in the comments. All right, prop yourself up on those forearms. Those shoulders are going to want to be in your ear, so push them away. Lift your hip points up and kick one foot towards your seat. 1, 2, and the other foot. 1, 2. And again, kick, kick, and kick, kick. So a nice stretch through the front of the thigh while working the hamstring glute. It should feel like you're doing a hamstring curl here. And again, kick, kick. Last time each side. Awesome. Okay, we're going to go into a thigh stretch. So you can do a little cat-cow for a second. If being on your knees is not an option, you'll go onto your back for that shoulder bridge we did last time, and you'll do that extra. All right. Otherwise, if you can be on your knees are going to be apart but pulling towards each other. And then these hip points, they want to be back. You're going to try to bring them over your knees. Lift those arms up. Lower the arms down as you lean back and lift back up again. And lower the arms, lean back and lift yourself up. Lower the arms, lean back, lift and come up. One more time. Amazing. Awesome. Okay. So then we'll go back onto our back. You can see how that is shoulder bridge on the knees. And we're going to lift those hips up. Now, you can roll the hips up and down the whole time, or if you're ready for more, you're going to roll the hips up, they'll stay up. Push into those arms, lift 1 foot 1 inch, set the foot down, lift the other foot another inch. And just start to march right and left, little marches while trying to keep the hips up, 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 up. These are teeny tiny. Every time I teach this in public, I see people lifting their feet way too much, little, little, little. And then roll down. Go ahead and sit up, spine twist, legs straight out or crisscross applesauce. Arms wide, or they can be on your shoulders like this. Squeeze those legs together as you twist to the right. Get a little taller, squeeze those outer hips and twist a little more, and a little more, center off. And twist, 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 and again, twist, 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 and twist, twist, twist. One more time each way. Awesome. We're going to lie on our side for those side kicks. We're going to add on to those as well. So the legs go off your mat. Your elbow, shoulder, hips are at the back edge of your mat. Make sure they're back there. Flex that bottom foot, point the top one. Again, hand can be here or behind your head. Get your hips to stack. So for me, I look like this because my waist is smaller than my hips, but most of my ribs are. But you might be more straight bodied and you might be touching. That's fine. It's not like you have to have space here, but you do have to have your hips stacked. Kick the leg to the front, 1, 2, and to the back, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and push the bottom leg down and reach. One more time each way. Then top leg over the bottom leg. Turn it out to kick it up, flex, squeeze it down. Ooh, okay, fun, right? So the hip doesn't get to tip back and it doesn't get into your ribs. Go ahead and put your hand there on your pelvis. Just lift the leg up and flex it down. Point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. One more time. Woo! Take the leg back, those little circles that we did last time. And then reverse. And rest. All right, so we're going to flip over, do the other side. Legs are in front of you. I promise you, if they go off the mat, you just have more balance. You don't feel like you're falling back and forth. And then get your length in your spine and kick, kick, and kick, kick. So I'm saying kick, kick, and kick, kick because it's front, a little back, front, back, a little forward, back, and kick, kick, and kick, kick. Last time each way. Turn the leg out, point up, flex down. Point up. If you need your hand on your hip, do it. Flex down. You don't have to impress me and touch your ear or the ceiling. Okay? It's little and it's turned out as much as possible. Take the leg back, point the foot, little circles. And reverse. Awesome. Rest. Okay. Take yourself. We're going to do a little more adding on before we get to our ending that you learned last time. So the first thing we're going to do is lie on our stomach and do some swimming. So when I say swimming, some people being on their stomach that long might not be an option. So you can be on all fours, opposite arm and leg, or you can do that Swan Prep we did earlier, right? These exercises are all compounding. They add on with each other. Otherwise, your arms are out in front of you. Legs are behind you. Lift everything up. And opposite arm and leg. Inhale and exhale. So the whole back body is working. You do want to feel your tailbone reach towards the mat so that your lower back is long and your lower abs support that. The extension happens in the upper back. And rest. So we did child's pose. All right. Now, we're going to stay facing this way for a second. We're going to come into a forearm plank. So we're just going to build ourselves up for a future leg pull. So come into a plank on the balls of your feet, shoulders on your back, and breathe. If you need to sit your knees down, go ahead, right? Take breaks. But I want you to feel like you're on the whole ball of your foot. So big toe and pinky toe. Shoulders are down, hip points are up. Nice long spine as you breathe in and out. Inner thighs are nice and high. And rest. Woo! Then sit on one hip. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a mermaid here. So the mermaid will eventually become the side bend. So it'll eventually disappear, but I want you to have this as an option if side bend's not for you. So you're sitting on your hips. Grab one ankle. Arm goes up. Nice up and over. And then bring it back. And then all the way up and over. And bring it back. The tailbone drops down, the hip points lift up. Last one. So we're not doing outside and say down. We're going up and over. It's because a side body bend is the longest you can bend to a side. We're going to counter stretch, come out in this forearm, and we lift the waist, right? Tailbone reaches down because it wants to stick out behind you, so try to drop it down. And then you come up and you switch sides. Drop that tailbone down, lift the arm, and go up and over and up and over. So nice long bottom side, not just top side, not just hanging. You want to work those obliques so that way you can do a side bend in our future. Come onto your forearm and drop the tailbone. Reach. All right, come all the way up. All right, then to prepare for our future side bend, we're gonna come on our forearm. And I love teaching this because not everyone can be a side bend or be on a straight arm, and this is a really good option. So you're gonna forearm and you're on bent knees, and you're gonna lift your hips, lift your top arm and your top leg. So we're more of a straight line, but your bottom hip does the work. So between this and the Mermaid, eventually you'll do a side bend, but this is a really good option if side bend's not in your future or not in your practice today. Last two. Woo, hello side body. Last one, other side. And here we go. Lift the hips, arm and leg go up. So that top arm and leg just reach, because they're going to help us with future stars in our Pilates practice. There's so many exercises. So if you're like, oh my God, there's so many exercises, there are 2 more. There are, and guess what? You don't have to get all of them today. You don't have to get any of these today. You just have to be in practice. And if so you need that reminder to be in practice and be yourself, make sure you sign up for our accountability challenge at opc.me/challenge. Okay, seal. So that's where we did rolling like a ball or we did seal, right? So hands, little prayer, dive in, they grab your feet. You beat your legs open and close. You rock back. And if you can balance on your shoulders, you open and close the legs 1 to 3 times. So it's open, close, outer thigh, inner thigh, right? And then rock back, 1, 2, 3, and rock up. 1, 2, 3, and rock back. 1, 2, 3, and rock up. 1, 2, 3. We've got one more, and then you're gonna try to roll up to standing if you can. If you can't, you either flip onto your stomach or you get up to standing, you walk in and out with me. So we're gonna do 3 sets of our push-ups. 1 push-up, then 2 push-ups, and 3 push-ups. If walking in and out isn't in your practice, you'll just rest your knees, all right? Here we go. Arm circle, go to the mat, look through your legs, walk out 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees can go down, otherwise elbows go back 1, head goes in, walk back 1, 2, 3, 4, up and around. Hands down, look through those legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 elbow bends. Head in, 1, 2, 3, roll it up and around. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 elbow bends. This is it. You did it. Your 20-minute mat. Pat yourself on the back. All these exercises are designed to help you connect your full body. And if there's any exercise where you're like, I felt that in my neck, I felt that in my back, I felt that in my wrist, those are signs that we're not in the muscles, we've gotten into the joints, which means we're not fully supported. And I want to help you. At onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube, you can check out our membership options. And when you're a member, I will look at videos of you doing an exercise and give you personalized feedback on your form. You also have accountability each and every week and for our monthly classes. Plus, you have this awesome community and you can take class with me live, which is so much fun because we can hang out and really get to know each other and how Pilates is supporting you and your practice. OPC is the only place where personalized feedback and community and accountability happen with an on-demand product. So I hope you check us out at onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube. If you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure, go to opc.me/challenge, click the mat and just see what it's like to get tips on how to build habits that support you and your practice. Thank you so much for taking class with me. I will see you next week with our 30-minute workout.